and welcome to my channel, Explore the Unknown. I'm Kelly, hope you're well. So,
World War I, World War II and Korean War plaques. One window depicts 3 St. Marys. '13th century Jesse tree window. '14th century misericords. There are 28 carvings. Great East window. 16th century monument of Edward and Martha Wortys. 16th century large tomb Edmund and Mary Walter next to Ambrosia Sidney. Sixteenth century tomb of Sir Robert and Alice Townshend with their 12 children. Seventh century St. John's Chapel, once known as Palmer Guild. Palmer window illustrate Edward the Confessor and St. John Evangelist. Sixteenth century tomb of John and Francis Bridgeman. Great West Window.
St. Lawrence's Church in Ludlow. So it was built early 12th century, and it had lots of additions to it over the years, particularly 14th and 18th century. So on the north side, you have a chapel called St. John's Chapel, and it was called Palmer's Guide in the Middle Ages, and it's got a special window that's dedicated to Edward the Confessor, with the beggar St. John Evangelist. It is dedicated to St. John the Evangelist as well. And On the north side, you have the Ladies' Chapel and St. Catherine's Chapel. That was in the reign of Elizabeth I. So it's led to believe that there's a lead box that has a heart in it, and it belongs to Prince Arthur, who is the older brother of Henry VIII, and basically he died at Ludlow Castle or
Sorry guys, I'm
sickness
struggling to talk.
while
Is it
married
so
to
cold out
Catherine
here?
of Aragan. But his body lies in Worcester Cathedral. Now, so it houses another death from Ludlow Castle, Ambrosia Sidney. So she's in there as well, and also a famous poet, A.E.Housman. He was scattered on the churchyard near a cherry tree stump. Now, apparently, according to Google, there's 28 carvings, which I've shown you in the video, and they represent like local people's lives. Like there's one of a wrestler, another one of a woman drinking ale and being carried to hell by demons. There's another one of a mermaid and a green man. There's also a royal stronghold of, well, I suppose, other emblems in the church dedicated to Henry VI. It's got antelope gorged in chains with badge dedicated to Henry VI. And also there's a badge for Richard II with a ostrich and 3 feathers, which recognised back then for his father, the Black Prince. It's also a swan, which represents the Bohan family. Mary, he married Edward IV, and then it was passed on to Henry V and Henry VI. And so in the porch area, it shows you lots of plaques for World War I, World War II and the Korean War. Now, because of the age of how old St. Lawrence's is, of course there's going to be some hauntings. So what's been reported is an old woman in a long robe with grey hair who floats around the cemetery, the churchyard, in between the graves. And apparently, according to summer, in the summer evenings, she wanders around and screams. So that's all to do with folklore.